Cost and profit centres now. Quite a nice area that links to costing as well, which I know a lot of students find difficult. So linking back to Unit 2 as well, when we're looking at direct and indirect costs, or usually direct costs are variable costs and indirect costs are fixed costs. But just firstly, definition, cost centre. So it's an individual part of the business where costs are incurred and can be recorded easily. And profit centre is similar, but revenues can also be recorded with profit centres. So this will make a lot more sense when I get onto a few slides in. If you still don't understand the difference between the two, but cost and profit centres can be formed on a kind of product or department or geographical location or employee or even machine basis. So if we have a look at this profit centre diagram here that I've made, very simple diagram, we see we've got the overall business. But what we want to do is be able to break down the business into smaller pieces so we can compare the performance. And in this case, I've broken it down because we've got lots of different ways of breaking it down. I've broken it down by product in this example. So product A, product B, product C. Now they're all made by the same business, but we want to break them down into and imagine that they're individual businesses so that we can compare their performance. So what we're doing is we're allocating all the revenue and all the costs that have been incurred by this product, and again for this product, and again for this product, and so that you can easily compare, well, which is the most profitable, which one's bringing the most revenue, which one has the highest cost, those types of things. So I suppose in essence you're making a little like profit and loss for each one of these product lines. Cost centre is a little bit different, and it's different just basically because you can't allocate revenue to these cost centres. So cost centres tend to be more department based, because there are some departments, lots of departments in fact, that do not generate their own revenue. So HR doesn't generate any revenue because it's not sales. Accounting doesn't generate revenue. Neither does customer service. So you can only allocate costs to these departments. That's why we call them cost centres. So why do we use cost or profit centres? So it improves accountability. So the department can break down the business into sections, see which ones are performing well, which ones are not. It can help with decision making, so you can evaluate the performance and you can think about, well, what is this cost centre doing that this other cost centre is not doing, and how can we improve that? And it should also improve motivation by breaking the business down into smaller units, so you get rid of the risk, I suppose, of diseconomies of scale. So remember, communication, motivation, coordination, all of those problems that you can get from having very, very large businesses. But there are some problems as well. It could cause conflict. So if you're breaking the business down into these product lines, are the people that work for this product actually cooperating and working with the people that work for this product? Because they're actually all part of the same business, so they should be working together. But if they start to become too competitive against each other, then they may not be aiding each other, sharing resources, those types of things that actually make the overall business a lot more profitable and efficient, and therefore profitable. Cost allocation is really complicated. You're just about to find this out if you watch the costing video. It is really difficult, and I'm not just saying it's like difficult as an A-level subject. The stuff that you have to do for the course is not too difficult, the methods that you have to use, but it's difficult in general. It's the whole area of accounting that's really, really tricky. And comparing cost centres and profit centres may be unfair. Just a note here, one of my students asked a really good question. They said, well, can you compare a profit centre to a cost centre? And you don't want to do that. You just want to compare profit centres to another profit centre and cost centre to another cost centre. So you're comparing like for like. But, if you're breaking it down by geographical location, it might be really unfair. You've got different external factors, different economies that are going to affect the performance. So recently in Europe, we've had a lot of, I suppose in the business cycle, it's been a recession, so falling income. And in Asia, you've had growth and boom in a lot of countries. But we'd expect, therefore, that to be reflected in maybe the profit centres. So we'd expect maybe less revenue to be coming in, or increase in sales in Asia, depending on what the product is, of course. So it might be an unfair basis to cause to compare costs and profit centres